What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video, man. Good to be back one day after dropping one. You guys requested it, so here I am. All right. So, as you guys may or may not already have known, most of you do, unless you live under a rock, the Lakers have requested permission to interview Milwaukee Bucks assistant Charles Lee for their head coaching job. So, Charles Lee, all right, this is one of those names that came out of left field because I'm pretty sure a lot of us don't even know who the heck the cat is unless you're like a diehard Bucks fan or somebody who keeps up with them all year round. But Charles Lee is an assistant coach to the Milwaukee Bucks. He's somebody who also, according to sources, interviewed for the Pelicans job last season and was one of the front runners. He was one of the two finalists, and Willie Green ended up getting the job. So, between Charles Lee and Willie Green, they were the two finalists for the Pelicans job. So he must have impressed somebody, which will be interesting to see when our front runners list comes up, whose name pops up. What's up, Bridget? What's up, Alvin? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yes, sir. Tony P, my brother. All right. So something is clear here that the Lakers are either one of two, buying their time and allowing other playoff coaches, aka Doc Rivers, to get eliminated or finish their season, or the Lakers are really looking for new blood, which it could be a good thing. Assistant coaches can turn into the next Monty Williams or Ty Lue. So I think this could be a good thing, and I think the Lakers will definitely have a lot of options, which is contrary to what the haters were saying, that coaches didn't want to interview here based off of what we did to Frank Vogel. So what's up, Laker girl? What's up, everybody? So yeah, Charles Lee, what do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section. We got plenty to talk about in this video, so I want to know what you guys think of Charles Lee, the assistant coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. By the way, this is the second assistant coach of the Bucks that we have interviewed, and that's what happens, man. When you have a successful franchise, you turn the team around, you win a championship, you become a sought-after assistant coach, just like Jason Kidd was after we won in 2020. So it could be a good thing for the Lakers if they go with new blood with an assistant, in my opinion. Obviously, I still have others in mind rather than them, but I would not be mad at all if one of these guys ends up getting hired, right? Look, I believe all is fair in an equal playing field. When you go and you do an interview, if you impress, you knock it out the ballpark, then so be it. Not exactly sure what the Lakers are looking for. They're looking for more experience, fresh blood. We don't know, because so far we've interviewed a little bit of both. Terry Stotts has experience. He got interviewed. Mark Jackson has experience. He got interviewed. Kenny Atkins, just recently we got the okay to interview him. So plenty of experience there. But then you have the fresh faces like Darvin Ham, who's been an assistant, well respected, and now you got Charles Lee here with the Bucks. What do you guys think of what the front office has done so far with the search? Head over to the comment section now. I like what Rob and Jeannie is doing right now. They're doing their due diligence, right? They want to make sure they get the right coach this time instead of rushing into something and then regretting it later. So I think that part is good. However, I do want them to be, swift with the pen and ink the name rather quickly, because I want to know what direction we're heading in. And I definitely want the Lakers to get a head start on the competition as far as recruiting free agents. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind closed doors when we don't see that. So recruiting free agents and all that is going to be crucial if you get your head coach early and they get to see what type of direction the Lakers are going in. Because right now, the way the media is painting us to be is like we're worse than we are, right? We're in turmoil. Oh, the Lakers are not going to be competitive anytime soon. Oh, the Lakers should trade LeBron. Oh, all this crazy stuff coming out of left field. But hopefully, NBA players have a mind of their own and make their own decisions when they choose where they want to go. He's at halftime. Miami leads Philly 49-48. By the way, prayers up for Danny Green. I don't know if you guys saw that gruesome knee injury, but that's tough, man. Have one of your own teammates roll on your leg like that when you're not standing properly. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. But okay, let's see. You guys like this? Plenty of assistant coaches being interviewed, so I think it's a good thing, especially if they're coming from winning franchises like the Milwaukee Bucks. One thing I like about this is clearly both of the Milwaukee Bucks assistants, Darvin Ham and Charles Lee, will go big when they have size out. When they have size availability. So that's a good thing for us after suffering with the small ball BS, in my opinion. Trying to look at the bright side for sure. He said they're doing something different, which is good. Absolutely. Anytime something doesn't work out, you got to try different stuff. So I'm all for it. Look, we're going away from the stigma that, hey, the Lakers only hire within house. That's not true, because Frank Vogel was never a Laker. And, that was the last coach we hired. And these coaches, we're thinking outside the box. So I think that's really, really good. I still have my favorites, but hey, I'm very open minded as a Laker fan, and I want to see us. As long as we succeed, I don't listen. I don't want Doc Rivers, but if he comes here, you better bet your ass I'm cheering for him. You know, some of you guys might not want Mark Jackson, but if he comes here, you better bet your ass. If you're a real Laker fan, you're going to get behind it. So we got to be open minded as fans, and hopefully they can make the right decisions. He said, "What about the rumor that Phil Jackson suggested to trade LeBron James and keep Westbrook?" There was no sources quoted on that, man. If you go back and read that article, Bill Plaschke said there's no way he can prove that. That's it's basically his belief. So, take that with a grain of salt if you may. But some people are going to eat it all. They're going to eat it all up because ESPN, the LA Times, they need the clickbait. And how do you get the clicks? By putting the crazy headlines, right? Phil Jackson wants to trade LeBron, stuff like that. So I think it's interesting. He said, we are buying time for Doc Rivers. That could be the case. That could very well be the case. But you know what? I just want to get it over with. And so if Doc Rivers is going to be the choice, then stop torturing us already, man. Stop interviewing all these coaches if you don't really mean to give them opportunities. How come they not signing Mark Jackson yet? I have no clue, man. I would love for him to be hired, but I will tell you, either the Lakers are doing their, like I said, their due diligence and trying different avenues, or they're really, like my man Jack said, they're buying time for Doc Rivers. Hopefully it's not the last one. But look, I'm going to say this, guys. Talking about being open-minded, I wanted to ask you guys this because today Patrick Beverley was on ESPN. Somebody sent me the clip where they asked him what superstar he would like to play with, and he said LeBron James. Now, I'm not sure what his contract situation is, and I'm definitely not a fan of Patrick Beverley. I think he does a lot more. He makes a lot more noise than the actual effect on the court. Think of it like a chihuahua, right? The basketball court version of a chihuahua, that would be Patrick Beverley. But a lot of people, I asked you guys on Twitter. Some of you guys said we didn't like Ron Artest before he came here. So you make valid points. I personally like Ron Artest. He could hold his own, and I like his toughness always. But I do agree that there has been players in the past that we didn't like before, and once we acquired them, all was forgiven, and they eventually grew on us. So what do you guys feel about Patrick Beverley? If he ever became available, would you guys mind if he became a Laker? I want to hear from Laker Nation here on the live stream. I heard the Twitter comments are a little mixed, but I want to know what you guys think. Some of you guys actually buy the hype and think he's a dog. If he was that good, I think they could have got past Memphis, but I don't know. Hey, what's up, Stace Dog? How you doing? Good to see you. Dan, Doc ain't getting fired. I don't know why people think he is. He's always underachieving. That's why, and he's always getting fired. Is there any team can use Patrick Beverley? That's a fair take. Chihuahuas can be annoying sometimes. If he shows his defense, I am fine with it. He's not bad. Dan, who's more annoying to you, Devin Booker or Patrick Beverley? That's a good question. I mean, I dislike them both, but at least Devin Booker can score. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Beverley is an okay defender. I think sometimes it's more bark than bite, like I said. But at least Devin Booker can score, but I'm not a fan of either. They both annoy me tremendously. So, yeah. He said, we'll love him as a role player. Actually, Pat Bev has beef with the Flippers. So, I see what you mean. Any enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? That's what they say. But, man, I'm talking more of the skill set. Like, sometimes he surprises me and he scores, but for the most part, he's inconsistent there. And like I said, sometimes he can get your team in trouble with opening his mouth a little too much, giving the opposition some fuel to their fire. So it's a double-edged sword, man. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Westbrook, but without the skill set. So I'm not sure I want a player like that. I don't know. It's just me, though. Maybe I'm being too critical on him because I remember him in his Clipper days and how he always talks smack. Even now, the hypocritical part of him saying all this is he just said that they put out the Lakers and the Clippers, both LA teams. Is like, no, first of all, there's only one LA team, and that's the Lakers. Secondly, you didn't put us out. We put ourselves out with a miserable season. So you like him on your team and you hate him when he's not. I like him on my team if he can stay consistent and actually be a veteran leader. I will say this. I gave him props because he promised the Timberwolves will make the playoffs, and they at least did that. But they didn't shock the world. They would have shocked the world had they won the games they were supposed to win and advanced. Then I would have given him major props and said, okay, maybe Patrick Beverley is not all bark, But bottom line is this guy was acting like a clown when they just made the play-in barely. He was acting like he won the championship. And I'm not sure he's the type of veteran you want to run your team, man. He'll overhype him a little too much. He said, Dan, what's good? Hopefully the Lakers hire a black coach. I want the Lakers to hire a good coach, whether he's black, white, purple. The race doesn't matter, man. What matters is that he's a good coach and he brings a stern, steady grip so that things don't get out of control. You know, we need him to come in here with the kung fu grip. That way, if somebody gets out of hand, and you turn them into the water boy. I'm talking about Russell Westbrook or players like that, Look, Dennis Schroeder was acting a fool last year when we had him the previous year, and nobody put a stop to him. I mean, they allowed him to start as much as he wanted when he really should have been a six-man, just like Boston made him a six-man. Eventually got rid of him because he's not really that great. And then now Russell Westbrook was allowed to walk all over our coach and our team. So we need a coach that's not going to allow that, okay? And that's the bottom line, Chapin. I just want somebody to come in here and do the right thing, man. He said, who do you have, the Heat or the Bucks coming out of the East? I have the Bucks coming out of the East, especially if they get Chris Middleton back. That team is hella stacked, and this is why I've given them the vote of confidence all year round. They are the defending champs for a reason. So yeah, I'd be shocked if they don't come out of the East, but anything can happen. It's the playoffs at the end of the day. So, Dan, we don't want Rivers. He's trash as a coach. I agree with that. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say trash, but I will say he is overrated. He's not a bad coach per se. He definitely has command of his locker rooms, but they always end up turning on him at the end of the day. And he's not a bad coach, but he's not a good one either. He's like okay, above average coach, which is exactly what we got last time with Frank Vogel. I told you guys when we got him, like if I had to rate him, it'd be like a C+ as a coach. We need an A or a B+ at least. We can't settle no more. So this is why I don't want Doc Rivers. I much prefer other candidates like Darvin Ham, Mark Jackson, and heck, maybe this Charles Lee guy might surprise the world. There's a reason he was a finalist in the Pelicans job, between Willie Green and him. So we'll see. Hey, what's up, man? He said happy off season. We need the season to start ASAP. By the way, how about the schedules just dropping for the NFL, man? If you guys stay till the end of the video, I'm going to go over my Rams schedule. I'm excited for that, man. I got it right here on my phone. But, yeah, man, NFL schedule. What games are you guys excited for in the comment section, in the chat? He said, did you see Drew last night? My God, his defense is on Hall of Fame right now. Drew Holiday's always been one of the most underrated players in the league. I mean, he's been that since he was with Philly. Then he went to the Pelicans, and now he's here with the Milwaukee Bucks as a champion. But people underestimate. I've always said Milwaukee has a big three. It's just obviously people disrespect Drew Holiday. But Chris Middleton hit some of the biggest shots last season. Drew Holiday's defense, and he's a bully in the paint, and he can knock down big shots. So he's basically the floor general you need. And, of course, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. How can you not love that team, man? That team is stacked. And all the size they have in the paint, oof. He said, forget Doc Rivers. I'd look at Sam Cassell, underrated coach. There's an opinion for sure. I'm not too sold on him either, but there's an opinion. He said, who do you give the title for the best player in the league? Right now, the defending champ is Giannis, and he's a defending champ for a reason, bro. So he has to have the title for the best player right now because obviously our best player isn't in the playoffs, and not by his fault, but well, actually, the whole team takes a fault in it. But bottom line is whoever's left standing still has to be considered one of the best, if not the best. And right now, Giannis is holding that title firmly. And so, I mean, listen, this series for Giannis's legacy is huge because people don't understand that he's here with an injured roster and he's putting the team on his back when they need him the most. Yes, there's great role players available there, but he's he's up there, putting on the full mantle and doing what he's got to do. Going above and beyond. He said Mark Jackson is good for the Lakers. His thoughts on Kenny Pickett? Kenny Pickett. Are we talking about basketball player or, what? The name doesn't ring a bell right now. Sorry. Dan, do you think the Lakers trade Westbrook? I am like 80% chance they do because Rob was trying to trade him all year. Well, I find it really interesting that Jeannie Buss didn't say Jeannie Buss didn't say he was a part of the future. She talked about building around AD and LeBron in her recent interview. So, yeah, I think he has all but guaranteed that that'll happen unless they try to rip us off. But for the most part, yeah. Raiders, baby. He said, haha, do you think we'll be able to trade Westbrook without attaching draft capital? I hope so. I hope so. Oh, the new is that the new QB that the Steelers picked? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Look, I didn't really watch him in college like that, so I don't know much about him to be honest with you. But you needed that Ben Roethlisberger replacement. It's gonna be hard to replace him, right? But hopefully, he steps in and does work. I was like, Kenny Pickett. That didn't ring a bell because we're talking basketball. But yeah, in football, yeah, your guys' draft pick for the Steelers. I mean, to be determined. Let's see what the kid does. My boys say, "Go Pack, go Rams, baby! Come on, defending champs, Rams house. Welcome to mi casa." He said, "All of my LeBron stands keep saying Bron gave us a chip. We should be grateful and trade him to a contender for young talent and picks. Thoughts? I don't know. We are grateful, but that doesn't mean bending over backwards to accommodate him. This is still a team sport, and we're going to do what's best in our franchise interest first. All right." And that's the difference between player fans and realistic NBA fans. Player fans will just always, they got the straws ready to go, man. They always sucking up. But well, not all of them. A lot of them are, though. People that say stupid quotes like those, like, oh, we should just be thankful and trade him for a bag of Skittles and just make him happy. Bro, it doesn't work that way. When you sign a contract, you belong to this franchise. So this franchise basically can decide what they do with their contract, right? It's like when you work for a company, you belong to the company. They can decide if they want to fire you, hire you, move you to a different building, whatever. Same thing with LeBron James. LeBron James not bigger than this franchise. He's big. He's pretty big, all right. For a player, he might be one of the biggest ever, if not the biggest ever. But he's not bigger than the franchise, not bigger than the company. And the Lakers have done everything to accommodate him, including bringing two of his best buds, Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. So I think it's the opposite. I think LeBron fans should be grateful that this franchise has been so great to their king, and vice versa. And we should also be grateful that he has helped deliver a championship. Keyword helped, because he couldn't have done it without Anthony Davis and the rest of the role players. So it's a team sport, baby. This ain't boxing. And that's my take on that, Isaiah. But thanks for a donation, brother. I appreciate you as always. He said, I'm a Laker fan too. That's right, Packer fan. Listen, when it comes to football, we are all wearing different colors, all right? A lot of my friends are Raider fans, Cowboy fans. Believe it or not, yes, I got friends that are Cowboy fans. Obviously, Rams fans, we wearing the same. They're mixed all over the place. I don't have any Charger fan friends, but I know some people that are Charger fans. Bottom line is this. We're all united under the purple and gold. So we never fight each other, which I think is very commendable. We keep it friendly. Versus in the NBA season, when people come from different territories to attack our Lakers, that's when we rise together as a brotherhood and we fight off these villains, man. But that's what we do, man. One nation under purple and gold. Lewis, he said, Raider Nation in the house. Man, yo, the Raiders are going to be a force for sure this year, man. I look forward to tuning in and watching a couple of you guys' games. So congrats on that. Let's see if Derek Carr can step up to the plate, man. He's got his weapons now. You guys definitely got better. A lot of teams got better, though. That's the beautiful thing about football. And I look forward to the season, man. And talking about this season, before I get into football, because I will want to talk about my Rams schedule right quick. What do you guys think of this? Let me see if I can do this really quick. So I can do it. So as you guys may know or may not know, the NBA announced a couple new trophies, man. I'm not really feeling them like that. But well, I'll say this. All right. If you guys can see, you have obviously the Western, the Eastern Conference trophies that are always given out, right, to each team. But they got revamped. Look, it looks kind of, I'm not sure if it's see-through or is it silver, but they look pretty sick, right? Obviously, the NBA trophy, it got a little bit of a reworked. You see, I'm not sure if that, what is that? Is that Mamba snake skin tiles? That's what it kind of looks like. It looks kind of hard. I love it. Now, this is what I'm not happy about, though. These other two trophies on the side, these little silver ones with the gold. And obviously, you have the finals MVP, a little bit of rework done. But what's up? What's going on with these other two, the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference Finals MVPs? I get it. It's cool that they named it after Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That's cool. But why do we need extra awards? These feel like second place ribbons, man. We should wait till the NBA Finals to give out one Finals MVP. We don't need a Western Conference and an Eastern Conference Finals MVPs. That's too much, man. So you're going to have a total of 3 Finals MVPs, one for the East, one for the West, and one for the main event. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this, man. What's next? They're already talking about implementing a midway tournament, like mid-season tournament, which I already don't like. This ain't soccer. And I say to you, Adam Silver, you're doing a little too much, bro. You came in hot. Everybody was praising him at the beginning and all that good stuff. But, man, now I feel like, what's going on, man? What do you guys feel about that? He said, Dan, when you releasing more music, we need it for this offseason. I got you, Vic. Trust me, bro. I'm working on a track right now. It's called Prime Time. Shit is hot, man, but I'm trying to make sure I get it crisp and ready to release, man. If it's going up on iTunes and every streaming platform, it's going to be up there forever. It's like a statue. You got to make sure it's perfect before you release your craft and your artwork. And not to mention my boy Kendrick dropping his album tonight. Oh, my goodness. The inspiration that I need to put me over the top is coming out tonight. So I'm very excited for that, man. But thanks for inquiring always, Vic. I appreciate you, man, and your support on my music. Yes, sir. Everybody who supported your iTunes has been going crazy lately with all my – I have 4 tracks up there. You type in DTLF on iTunes. I don't use other music streaming services, but they're up there as well. You definitely look up my music, man. I appreciate you guys for sure. My boy said, Raiders. Good luck this year, man. Good luck this year. It's going to be a fun season for all of us football fans. I can't wait. All right. You see how the Dodgers came out with a bang. I expect my Rams to come out with a bang as defending champions as well. And yes, it looks like we got an extremely tough schedule, and I am going to go over that. But again, what did you guys think of all these extra awards and tournaments and crap that Adam Silver is putting in? I don't mind the play-in tournament. I think that was great. All right. And I understand why Adam Silver would try to implement extra awards to give extra motivation for better play from both the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. I get that. But he's going overboard a little bit too much, in my opinion. Do you guys agree or disagree with me, man? That's what I want to know. Do you guys agree or disagree with me that he's doing a little too much? Okay, the play-in is cool. Certain things he's done so far are kind of cool. But, man, how many more awards are we going to add? Are we going to add a Western Conference and Eastern Conference Coach of the Year award? Are we going to add a Assistant Coach of the Year award for both East and West next? Like, what's coming up, man? Why we need all these extra awards? It kind of takes a little bit of the oomph from the main awards, if you ask me. If there's too many awards to go around, then maybe, Jason Tatum or somebody like that who's young and up and coming will be fine to collect these and not get the overall trophy, man. You got to make these guys hungry to get the finals MVP, to get the ultimate award, the NBA Larry O'Brien trophy. That's what they should be striving for. Stop trying to reward these guys midway through the season, all right? Because Clipper fans getting real happy right now. All right, Clipper fans getting real happy with that midseason tournament. They actually think they got a chance at some sort of a title and bragging rights. But to me, that won't mean crap, all right? If you ain't there at the end, it means 0. So that's how I feel about that. He said he should add a flopping award and give that to Embiid. The whole league flops, man. I'm not a fan of it. I agree, though. They need to crack down on that for sure. Then how do you feel about Jay Huff? I think he can be better for us. Most of the centers available in free agency. Yeah, the Lakers definitely have to make sure that they bring up some young players. They did that towards the end of the season. We got a couple of guys up there. You see my guy, Trevelin Queen, who I scouted in the summer league. He it looks like he's about to lock up a contract with the Houston Rockets, 2-year deal. Trev looked amazing. And I told you, I think he was the MVP of the G League or the finals or something. I don't know. But I saw his talent, and unfortunately the Lakers didn't pick him up. But I liked his hustle and his grit, and now he's going to benefit from that. So you can always find gems down by the G League, and I think the Lakers have to continue to do that, as well as the draft. By the way, talking about the draft, there's a couple of prospects that have worked out already for the Lakers. Notable names include Devontae Jones, Jaria Horn. Who else? Let's see who I see here. Jamari Booyah. Keep an eye out for him. He was an elite scorer in college. Definitely check him out. Grant Golden. A couple of names the Lakers have worked out recently. So, yeah, the Lakers are already getting out ahead of the curve, working out some players that may or may not slip out of the draft. We'll see. And a lot of them in their interviews are saying how they're following the blueprint of Austin Reeves. So what we did last year with Austin, I think is going to allow a lot of young talent to maybe slip out of the draft and try to pursue a similar path to the one he did in the NBA. So excited for that, guys. He said, let's run it back. Our Rams. Yeah, let's get it, Joe. Yes, sir. He said that's too many awards. Plus, Flipper fans think they'll run LA, bro. The Flipper fans will get one participation award and go crazy with it, bro. They're gonna do a 10-man parade going down Figueroa Street, bro. I'm not looking forward to it. You know. He said Jordan seems like he could be good. What about the kid from UCLA? They haven't worked him out yet, but I would love it. And he slipped down on a lot of mock drafts. He should have went last year to the draft because he killed it. Johnny Juzang killed it last year in the draft. So hopefully he slipped down to us and we can pick him up. I really like him. You know, he seems to me like a poor man's Klay Thompson. You never know though how they translate to the NBA. Maybe he'll be worse. Maybe he'll be just as good. Maybe he'll be similar. Who knows? He said, "Hey, how are you, Dan? What's your favorite series to watch right now?" The second round to me has been a little bit disappointing, but my favorite series has been the Boston Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks because Giannis has been tremendous. That's been a fun series. All right. The Memphis one was disappointing because in the beginning it was a bunch of dirty plays, injuries, and then towards the end, more injuries with no more John Morant. That shit got boring quick. The Mavs versus Phoenix Sun one, there's a lot of complaining, a lot of crying, a lot of antics, a lot of flopping. So I haven't been a fan of that one. And the Heat Sixers, I really haven't watched at all. So, I think, my favorite one probably have to go with the Bucks. That one's been good. If the Bucks can close it out, I'd be excited. If they can't, it's going to be really good. Game 7, they're going to have to see. To me, this next game in Milwaukee will prove to us why the Milwaukee Bucks are a championship favorite. All right, they know how to win close games. They need to win. If they don't win this one, now it becomes extremely tough because they have to go on the road and win in Boston. So to me, this is a must win for Milwaukee. And I think they will show you their pedigree and come out and close it out. It might be a close game, maybe not, but I think they're going to come out ultra focused and they're not going to let it slip. This is their chance to put the team away and finish them off in 6 games. Bucks in 6, their mantra. So, and they got another tough opponent coming up, in my opinion, with Miami. If they advance, Philly, I don't think will advance, but Miami versus the Bucks, whoo! That is must-watch TV. We're talking Jimmy Butler, one of the toughest defenders, PJ Tucker, an ex-Milwaukee Buck. We're talking about Tyler Hero, who's been lighting it up. That's going to be a tough opponent, a really tough opponent. So, and obviously Bam Adebayo in the paint. But if there's one team that can get past them, and to me, the winner of that series will go on to win the championship. I still got the Bucks, and it'll be really, really fun to watch, though. To me, the winner of that one is the champion, all right? Because nobody in the West is as tough defensively and offensively as those two teams are, all right? So I look forward to it. And by the way, Miami was my dark horse. If the Bucks didn't work out, I said Miami's my dark horse. So it's going to be a really fun series. Who do you guys have coming out of that potential series, assuming that one happens? I got the Bucks in probably 6 or 7. But who do you guys have, man? He said, great matchup. He said, I hope we draft a great defender with size like Herbert Jones. That's a good point, Sergio. How about the West matchups? Golden State versus Phoenix. I still think Golden State takes it. They got too much depth. I'm picking Curry over Chris Paul 10 times out of 10. And I really like the emergence of Jordan Poole. Obviously, Draymond's been there, done that. Klay Thompson's the wild card there. Depending on how much he contributes, that'll be either an easier or harder series. But yeah, that I think the Warriors, they have too much experience over the Suns. They've actually won, and I think the Suns will take it. That one might go 6 or 7. I don't know, but those would be 2 good series. I really hope that Luka can somehow come back and win it though, because I'm trying to buy his jersey. But if he doesn't, I obviously I'm pulling for Golden State. I'm never rooting for the Suns, man. And obviously in the finals, it will be my prediction will come true. The one I predicted before the playoffs, Golden State versus Milwaukee. If that one happens, I got Milwaukee in 6. I got Bucks in 6. He said Bucks in 7, Golden State Warriors in 5 or 6. If Middleton returns, the Bucks win again. He will return. He's actually, there was a rumor that had they lost Game 5, he would have suited up for Game 6. So, interesting, right? Interesting rumor. He said, hey, Dan, with the Bucks assistant coach, would you like the Lakers to hire Darvin Ham or Charles Lee? I wouldn't be opposed to it, Jabari, and I don't mind Darvin Ham. I think he's my favorite out of the 2. But Charles Lee, for some reason, impressed the front office and with the Pelicans, and he was one of the finalists alongside Willie Green. Eventually, Willie Green got the job, rightfully so, right? He did a great, tremendous job with the Pelicans this year. They actually made the playoffs. But I mean, maybe there's something there with Charles Lee. I mean, it had to be a reason why he impressed and was a finalist. Right now, he's currently, I think he interviewed already for the Charlotte Hornets job along with Frank Vogel, who I told you guys, coaches like that have like 9 lives, man. You can't put them out. So, I'm happy for him. I'm not mad at Frank. He helped us win the championship. I get that. But he definitely underachieved here because with the teams we had, every year we should have been in the playoffs, and we should have had at least competing for the second title. He said, I want Dame. He would fit us like a glove. Who would you trade for Damian Lillard, though, that you think Portland will go for? Because remember, man, the Lakers tax in trades is always a lot steeper than other teams, right? We saw what the Clippers gave up for Norman Powell and Robert Covington. Now, imagine what we would have to give up for Dame. Oh, my goodness. Hey, no problem, Sean. It's my pleasure, brother. Lakers need to get rid of THT, Westbrook, and the Miami trade player injury all seasons for Dame. I doubt that they want Russell Westbrook unless they want the cap space that comes with him after this season. But I would be a shocker if we get that for Damian Lillard. Jamaica, I'm telling you right now, if we get that, then Rob Pelinka will have a lifetime membership to the president of basketball operations job probably. That's not going to happen, though, man. They're going to ask for a lot more than that. Trust me. I'm talking all the remaining draft picks that we have. They're going to want probably Austin Reeves as well. They're going to want a lot. Now, is it worth it? I don't know. I love me some Damian Lillard, but the last thing you want to do is gut your team, and then if you don't get over the top, now you really have nothing. No draft picks, no youth, no nothing. Would I do it? Probably I'd still do it just because I love Damian Lillard, and I think we would win a championship for sure. But yeah, teams aren't going to be that easy and just take Russell Westbrook off our hands and just throw in THT and that'll get you Dame. Nah, bro. They can get a lot more from Dame. I'm talking draft picks, which I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but they've become a high commodity. Like, people really want those draft picks, right? They're like Pokemon cards when they become rare. People want them shits because they're worth a lot come draft time. And especially small market teams, guess what happens with small market teams, right? They can't really recruit free agents, and they're looking for stars through the draft. So the new bargaining agreement has made it really hard to acquire draft picks for big market teams, and I think it's really interesting that the Lakers have a couple. People don't understand that the Lakers have a couple of draft picks coming up. All right, well, now we don't have one this year, but after this year, we have most of our draft picks, and that's why people are like, "Oh, Lakers don't have nothing. They shouldn't trade for AD." Blah 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 blah. I do that trade 10 times out of 10. It got us a championship to number 17. We're one away from becoming the winningest all-time franchise. So we're all about championships, guys. Just know that. Always. He said, then give it up. No, AR-15 needs to stay. I'm just telling you, man, Westbrook and THT is not going to be the package. They're going to ask for Damian Lillard. I promise you that. And I love THT, but his trade value did go down a little bit because he didn't play that great this year. However, if a new coach comes in and utilizes him properly, puts the ball in his hands, even if it's off the bench, and gives him some consistent minutes, I do think THC could be a 12 to 15 point per game scorer under the right head coach. Call me crazy, but I see it. And then when the old heads retire, maybe he can be more than that. But I see a lot of potential in him still, even though people tend to give up on these young players rather quickly. What is he, 21 or 22? I don't know. Somebody fact check that, but he's still extremely young. All right, he's getting better. So Harden going down. You said Miami, and dang, Miami's already whooping Philly, huh? Yeah, I'm not shocked. I didn't even watch that series. I knew that was going to be the outcome. I told you guys about this James Harden guy. He just never shows up late in the playoffs. He might have a good game or two here or there, but he's not that guy. I've been telling you guys this since he was in Houston. And so, and the playoffs exploit weaknesses of star players. And James Harden has a shit ton of weaknesses. That's for sure. If he doesn't get the flopping calls, we all know he's not as effective. All right. So that's unfortunate for Philly, but I really don't like Doc Rivers or James Harden, so I don't care. I don't care. He said, yes, get rid of Russ and put THT off the bench. Hey, what's up, Tasia? I agree. Obviously, I think Russell Westbrook might have stunted THT's growth a little bit, as well as the coaching staff, because they didn't utilize him right. They try to play him as small forward and shit. No, he's best at point guard because he can handle the rock and get more of a rhythm. We saw that towards the end of the season. He was putting up big numbers before he got injured because the ball was in his hands. But Frank Vogel came in here and tried to play some small ball BS and put him at small forward, at times power forward off the bench. Just not working, man. He's not a small forward. He's a point guard. He's 6'5". You really want 6'5" and up when it comes to point guards. And you want these guys to be able to attack the rim like THT does and make good decisions. There was plenty of games. There was a couple games last season, before this season, where THT had 10 assists a game. So it tells you he is a willing and capable passer, so long as you put him in the right situations to succeed. And I do look forward to seeing what coach we hire. And that's why they're bringing in a lot of young assistant coaches, because young assistant coaches identify with young players. But to be determined on who we hire, because that's all going to be that's all hearsay for now, right? We don't know what direction we're going into. All right. So now I want to talk about the Rams, man. That's Ram time, baby. I didn't throw this jersey on for no reason, man. I'm excited. All right. Season opener for the Rams. All right. I got it right here. Kickoff is September 8th versus the Buffalo Bills, man. So that right there is going to be amazing. We're going up against Josh Allen. We're going up against former Rams player, what the name? Von Miller. To open up the season, I mean, who's not excited about that? And then we got the Atlanta Falcons. Should be tough, but we should get that one as a dub. Followed by the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals. So another hard ass freaking game right there. But you saw what we did to Mr. Fuller, during the postseason. Hopefully we can run that back. And we got the Niners. All right, where are the Niner fans at? We're playing the Niners October 3rd, really close to the NBA season. So I'm excited for that, man. Bang, bang, Niners gang. Where y'all at? I want to know where my Niner fans at. All right. Then we got the Cowboys. Or should I say the Cowgirls? We got the Cowboys. That one takes place October 8th, followed by the Panthers. Man, I'm telling you right now, this schedule is brutal for us. All right, we're going to have to come out hot and just heavy coming out of the gates. All right, my Rams are going to have to be ready. We don't have a lot of time to gel and make mistakes early in the season. Then we finally get the bye week 7. So that's all right. And then, again, we play the Niners twice. So we play. Where are the Niner fans at in the chat, man? We play your 49ers twice. So y'all going to have some opportunities for revenge since we, obviously beat y'all in the postseason. Yes, sir. And then we got the Buccaneers, another hard-ass freaking game. Obviously, Tom Brady didn't retire. We didn't officially retire his ass. He'll be looking for revenge. Cardinals again on November 13th. The Saints week 11. Oh man, I'm telling you, we got the most brutal schedule. Even ESPN said it. We got the Kansas Chiefs. Oh my God, man, that's gonna be. And then the Seahawks, followed by the Raiders. We don't face the Raiders till December 8th. But December 20th is my birthday, so hopefully I get some tickets, man. And I get to meet a lot of you guys. Again, I have a lot of friends that are Raider fans. That should be fun. Followed by the Green Bay Packers, December 19th. The Broncos on December 25th, right? Christmas. And then we got the Chargers. The Chargers on January 1st. And we're going to close out the season versus the Seahawks. Talk about a brutal schedule, guys. There's no excuses. If we repeat this season, we are truly the best. This is a brutal schedule. Clearly, the league doesn't want repeat Rams, but we're gonna give it our best shot, and I look forward to it this season, man. What game are you guys looking forward the most? I need to see all NFL fans in the chat right now. Tell me what's your favorite game from your favorite team. What week is it? The date and everything. I'd love to know. My boy said Westbrook was not stunted. He was exposed for what he is. Westbrook. Listen, Katie told us, Paul George told us, Harden told us, Melo told us, and you can't win with Russ. Look, man, Russell Westbrook just let his ego get overly inflated, unfortunately. That's the problem with Russell Westbrook. He came in here, he promised he was going to leave his ego at the door, and he didn't follow suit. So he wasn't a man of his word. And for those reasons, I'm out on him. I actually rooted for him here early on. He lost me, man. He said Rams going to go back-to-back. That's right, bro. Hey, listen, Carlos. That's what we need. We need to be battle-tested. By the time the postseason comes around, we're not going to be faced. I mean, with this type of brutal schedule, my goodness, man. But we're stacked, though. We're ready for it, man. We are ready for it. And follow me on my second channel called Primetime Space DTLF, because I will be covering a lot of Rams games. I don't promise all the Rams games covered pre- and post-game there, but I will be covering a lot of them for the first time in my life. I'm excited. trying to make the Rams fan base grow, man. A lot of people tell me they became Laker fans as a me, so I'm trying to bring that similar effect over to my second channel and do that for the Rams fan base. I want us to pack out everything in Los Angeles the next time we win a Super Bowl, because yeah, we pretty much packed the streets this last time, but we could have really packed. We could have been like the Laker fans and just really pack out the whole city, man. I still remember when the Lakers won way back in 2010, man. And I remember driving down the streets, and even in Gardena, there was people outside with the Laker flags, man. All, you couldn't even drive through the streets. Like, that's how big the Laker fandom is. And I want the Rams fandom to grow as well, man, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Dan, my gut feeling is Doc Rivers is going to be the next Lakers head coach. That's why I want Philly to win. I feel you, Max, but it's not going to happen, bro. Let's just let fate determine what happens here moving forward. Look, I'm going to tell you this. If we get Doc Rivers, okay, I'm going to try to be positive on it, because that's what I am. I'm a positive Laker fan. I try to always look at the bright side and everything, because to every negative, there's always a positive, right? I told you guys when we were in turmoil this season, well, I'd rather us not even make the play-in, because then the front office is forced to make moves. No more giving Frank Vogel excuses and shit. And what happened? We didn't make the play-in, and sure enough, Frank Vogel gets fired day one. All right, before he even gets to the podium, his ass was fired. So exactly what I predicted. And I'm telling you, to every negative thing, there's always a positive thing. So, I kept telling you guys all season long last year, we can only go up from here. If Doc Rivers comes here, we will find a positive twist. I don't know what it is right now, but we will definitely find a positive twist. And I will continue. I promise I'll continue to be an optimist when it comes to our Lakers. So we always rise again, baby. He said Rams week 1. He said, Dan, Laker fans, we need to sign some kind of boycott to get rid of Westbrook online. Every platform trade Russ. That's not necessary. The Lakers will not bring him back if there is a trade to be had out there. So that's not necessary, bro. He said, you got me into the Rams fans. I used to never watch football. That's what's up, Silva. That's the effect of being a positive person. Anybody can do it. Besides me being positive and being a bright mind in this world, there's nothing that separates me from the diehard on any channel, on any platform. So if we could all spread a little bit of joy and positivity, because people's lives is hard, man. It's not easy, but sports brings us together. It brings us together on this platform, brings us together on Twitter, together in real life, Staples Center, everywhere we go. Obviously Dodger Stadium. It brings us together, man. That's the beautiful thing. Whether we agree or disagree, whether we whether we bump heads or not, at the end of the day, we're all just one big family, man. And it's all about diversity, baby. So if I got you into the Rams, bro, that's what's up, man. And I'm glad you got into the Rams, because this franchise is all about winning championships. All right. Stan will trade any draft picks or anything. Very similar fashion to what the Lakers would do. They'll trade away their whole future, everything, to win championships, and eventually we'll do it again and again and again. And that's how you build a recipe for just a magnificent winning franchise. Like, that's what it is, man. And the Rams, they understand that Los Angeles is all about winning. They understand, because in their first 6 years, we won a Super Bowl. And that's what it's all about, baby. That's why I knew as soon as the Rams landed, that was my team. I've been a Rams fan for 7 years now. I knew it. And I already wanted the Rams to come here because of their history here in Inglewood and everything. So it's been such a blessing to be a Rams fan. And, we actually got to the Super Bowl twice, even though we lost the first time due to the poor quarterback we had. But at the end of the day, I'll say this, man, I've always loved football. I never had a team, and I'm glad we have a team now here in Los Angeles. I'm here to help it grow from the beginning. I want to tell my children and my grandchildren I was here as one of the main pillars when we first started, just like with the Lakers. So I'm excited for that. And please follow my journey over in Primetime TV Space DTLF. Please subscribe. He said, if you guys are a new Rams fan, look at some Eric Dickerson footage. Oh, no, I know all about the history, Carlos. I'm not a new Rams fan per se. I've been a football fan since I was a little kid. My first favorite player ever was Brett Favre. Didn't like the way they discarded him in Green Bay, so I couldn't be a Green Bay Packers fan. I couldn't buy into their franchise, even though they lucked out with Aaron Rodgers and all that. But Brett Favre, I always remember him playing in Lambeau Field when it was snowy, and how much heart and passion he played with, how he sacrificed his body. Always been a big fan of him. And that was actually my the birth of my football love, right? But it's always been Lakers first for me. That's why, hence the name Dan the Lakers fan, given to me by the people, for the people. So it's been a blessing, brother. But football is it's probably my second favorite sport after basketball for sure, and then baseball, and then soccer, and then everything else. So yeah, that's the category right there. He said, now that the Lakers bandwagons have left, we got more shoulder room at crypto. Listen, man, there's never going to be shoulder room because we always pack out the arenas, brother. But yes, it's nice when the bandwagons leave for sure. It's always nice. We've been here forever, all right? 20 plus years, man. As a Laker fan, I couldn't be prouder every single season. Even when we struggle, we're proud because we know we're going to rise again, man. That's the truth. Doc Rivers is coming. You think so, Edwin? How sure are you that Doc Rivers is our next head coach? Give me a percentage. And are you willing to bet your house on it? That's the real question. Kelly, what's up, Kelly? She said, how are y'all shopping for a coach still? They should just rehire Vogel. Stop it, Kelly. Oh my God, no, stop it, Kelly. Don't even utter those words here in LA. Listen, we're taking our sweet time because we want to make sure that we don't cut off the next head coach's head prematurely. We want to make sure that if we play out his full contract, maybe even extend him in the future. That's what we want, Kelly. So that's funny of you to say, but no, we're never bringing back Luke Walton or Byron Scott or Frank Vogel. Those are no-nos. 79%. Oh man, Edwin he's ready to bet the house. All right, I'll take your word for it. We'll see. We'll see if you're right, Edwin. Hopefully you're wrong, but let's see if you're right. If Doc Rivers becomes the head coach of the Lakers, I'm giving two people credit on this channel. All right, number one is my sister Tara, because she predicted this way back when we were in the regular season, and she saw the way we dapped up Doc Rivers, the way our players were going up to him. She said, keep an eye on him as the next Laker head coach. I thought she was just joking when she said it, but it's starting to look a lot more valuable now. All right, so major shout out to my sister Tara for that, if that happens. And secondly, my boy Edwin here, who's willing to bet the house. He says 79%. So you both get the credit, man, if that happens. But I won't be too happy about it. I'll get behind it, but I won't be too happy about it. That's just the truth. He said, maybe Doc Rivers, if they lose today, you never know. If he gets a quick interview as soon as they lose, after he gets fired or whatever, then yeah, I'll believe it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Sometimes the NBA is predictable and sometimes it is not. Any final questions before I get off, though? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, man, truly, truly a blessing. Thank you guys for the donations as well. Didn't expect those today. You guys are the coolest. And let's see. Any final questions? He said, no way the Lakers will rise again with Westbrook in the lineup, and you can all sit in denial. You haven't been a Laker fan for too long, I can tell, Jamaica, because not Jamaica, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jamaica, you said that, right? Yeah, the Lakers always rise, man. Those of us that have been here for years, we know that. We're not, you guys can kick us while we're down all you want, but it doesn't stay that way very long. We have a winning tradition here, man. We are a very blessed franchise. We'll continue to be that. I promise. I promise. Same people that were saying we would never win again when Kobe Bryant retired. Look, here they are saying it again, that we will never win again, and stuff like that. So I'm forever a Laker fan. I'm not questioning that. I'm just saying you haven't been one for very long if you're saying we're not going to rise again. Damn right. If you're forever a Laker fan, you've been here for a minute, we always rise from the ashes like Phoenix, man. And I'm not talking about the Suns. All right, I'm talking about the real winners, the Showtime Lakers, all the way till now. Am I going to watch the Phoenix versus the Dallas game tonight? I might skip it, man. Look, I might skip it. I'm not a big fan of the flopping and stuff. I do like Luka, and I hope he wins tonight, but my gut's telling me Phoenix might close it out tonight. I don't want to watch Phoenix close it out, so I might just go shoot around at the park right after this video and clear my head, man, because I went to a dentist, man. The pains have been horrible, all right? And I still got to go and get another root canal. Oh, my God. Pray for me, Laker Nation. It's going to be tough, man. And the dentist was trying to extract wisdom teeth that I don't even feel, or I'm not in pain. So here I'm thinking he's trying to make money off of me. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do, man. It's my choice, but these are the adult decisions that you definitely don't miss not making when you're a child. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man, but I'm going to go clear my head, shoot some hoops, and just reset, man. And hopefully the Lakers make a decision soon. But you guys know I'm here to break down every rumor, man. We just did a video yesterday. So thank you guys so much. Again, shout out to my sponsor, Prize Picks. Definitely check them out if you guys like daily fantasy sports, and type in promo code DTLF for that special sweet offer of 100% deposit match guaranteed up to $100. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys